15th day in the month of October. Coincidentally, it is half of the month. Yes, October has played its first half month, and we are heading into the second half of the month. When I ask you to tell me what to see, it has to do with your imagination. What do you see in the remaining part of this year? What do you see about yourself? What is that projection you're still thinking? Sometimes you feel like, oh, when we started this year, we talked about goals, we talked about setting goals, we talked about personal growth and all of that. And it seems like somebody is saying, I'm not there yet. But what do you see? For me, Princess Joy Eyo Abu, I see the Lord doing a new thing in my life, and I see miracle now. If you don't have a reason to thank God this morning for my life, tell the Lord thank you. You won't understand, but this morning, if not for anything, for the fact that you're seeing me on your screen this morning, just tell the Lord thank you on behalf of Princess Joy Eyo Abu. Yes, I have to put that. Welcome to Family and Values. We are streaming across all our social media platforms. This is Galaxy Television, where we are reaching out for the stars. We are always aiming for the stars. Yes, today that I came with my white, not a touch of white, coming in my cream color. Yeah, this is cream, and the whole studio is just blinking. We are having blink. Don't worry, you so see the complete setup of what I'm talking about. Yes, Family and Value is the show where we discuss everything that has to do with family, your family, my family, everything. The responsibility of our community parenting has become a thing we really need to look into. So yes, that's what Family and Values is all about. We discuss relationships, those controversial topics you don't want to talk about it on this show, on this fellowship. Our little fellowship, we dissect it, we bring it with our guests, and we have a conversation to give you a proper understanding. And today is not going to be different. Today promises to be another one you don't want to miss. Today's topic, wherever you are, please gather, come here, call somebody, tell somebody to tell another person. Now, yes, Family and Values is on, and those pretty ladies are on the screen. Yes, of course, I'm not in the studio alone. I have my very own. The devil is a lie. I was thinking, how will I not see Mama Gen Z today? I'll go for big. Anyway, let's give it up for Mama Gen Z, Don't worry. Welcome. Good morning.
God has destined this journey together.
So
we need to keep on. Keep on. It said one is standing and one is on the ground. The one standing will lift.
Definitely lift.
So it's good when you walk your journey in life with people around you, people God has destined to walk it. And so it's another beautiful morning, and we're not taking it for granted. Okay, so good morning to you. Life is a gift. Wake up every morning and realize that life is a gift. Wake up every morning and realize that I have another gift before me. I can't pay for it. If I walk from now till eternity, it cannot suffice for that life. And no matter who you know, your connection in this world cannot give you that life. Even your parents cannot give you, except the Lord give them that grace. So thank God for that gift. Thank God for the breath of life. So life is a gift. Remember, acknowledge it, love it, appreciate it, use it well, put it to a beautiful way of telling God, I am grateful. Have you told him that this morning? So that life can be taken from you at any time. But the only one who can give it to you and reassure you that life is yours is God. So I want to welcome you to another beautiful episode, like Joy did. It's going to be a beautiful one, and I'm sure we're all going to learn. We're all going to pick one or two things. As you know, it's all about family. So where are you this morning? Hope you're up and doing. Hope you're ready to take on to the success of life, the one destined for you for today. You won't miss it. You will have this angelic guidance that will lead you on. The visitation and the pathway they'll give you, will not miss it. Another will not take it from you. You will not labor for another to take. You have labored on your children, you reap all the good benefits. You harvest it, and it will be sweet. You will not eat it when you not have teeth. You know that. You will eat those benefits. You will reap it when you are alive, feel and healthy. You will not be a burden to them. They will also not be a burden to you when you're supposed to sit and stretch your leg and be eating the goodies. So that's my prayer for you this morning. My name is Olori Adejoke David. My friends call me Olori AJ. And I believe today, watch out.
Yeah, watch out. So before I send a birthday shout out on my way to work this morning, along before immediately after I came on that bridge, the keke I entered had a very terrible accident. The front wheel just spilled, and the whole thing somersaulted and fell on us. So I was on the ground, and the whole keke was on my body, and the fuel was spilling. Now the rider of the keke was actually unconscious. The guy beside me just had an open tear, and I could see the flesh, and I was just screaming, Jesus! You know, I love Nigerians for their rescue. I saw the way they rushed and pulled out the keke and pulled me out, and the last
see that love there.
Are you sure? Like I literally stood up and I was seeing blood, and I was like,
where is it coming from?
Where is it coming from?
Who is this?
Who is this?
And no mark on it.
And I'm standing, and I was like, whoa, like.
Okay, you know the song I want to sing for you.
So you get.
Wait. You know the song I want to dedicate to you, to the Almighty God, to show our gratitude this morning. He loves me.
No, I cannot tell why. No, I cannot. This morning.
I cannot say
why. Do you know that they were so scared? Even the last one was like, I'll take you to your office.
For you. He shed his blood that your own blood will be spilled on the blood.
Instantly, I picked my phone
on the road. So, who are we? So
that's why I said, see me this morning.
And I've not heard it because I said the gift of life.
That's what the gift of life. About the gift of life. So that's why I said, sing me this morning, here, eat a miracle. Yeah, I'm feeling a little bit of discomfort on my leg, but whoa, what I saw, we give God the glory. Yes, we give God the glory. Yes,
and we'll continue to have that reason to
yes, so we will.
Irrespective. And God will continue to keep us. He will keep us not because of anything, because He has our voice for some people out there who need them, to impact them, to help their life.
Yes,
and
so
to continue to walk.
What came into my mind was, wait, so what would they have said? We just saw how, and the kids are mothers. I was like, go for me. It's not my portion.
Not this year. Not this year.
Yes, that's a long way to live. Yes, that's it. Let's go into our mini feature because I guess is handsomely seated here in the studio, also putting on a touch of white. See, today, no, the devil cannot
spill.
No spill. We are stainless. Let's go on our mini feature. We'll be right back. Feature today we are discussing personal freedom. Do you know that the only thing that can stop you is your mindset? You need your own personal freedom. Sometimes it's not the village people that are holding you. Sometimes it's not the riches that are stopping you. It's just for you to free your mind. Sometimes you've been in a particular place and you know that your spirit is telling you, go, free yourself, let's go. But the fear of the unknown will make you still hold on to things that you're supposed to free yourself. You're scared of new challenges. You're scared of moving ahead. You're scared of how do I start all over, my dear. Personal freedom is key. Move. Stop clustering yourself. Free yourself. Free your inner being. So today we decided to have this conversation. And who else will have this conversation with us better than our very own marriage counselor and a human resource personnel? Now see the combination of the two. So you understand when a human resource personnel is talking to you about freedom, about training, about moving forward, then you understand, and then he brings in the counseling aspect of it. Yes, of course, you know who I'm talking about. If you're constant on this show, you know that I'm talking to no other person than my very own Reverend Mike. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
I told you he's putting on the touch of, he's putting on white shirt, not even a touch. So you see, we are actually glowing with our white. Oh, this is beautiful.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
And we didn't plan it to.
We always work in spirit.
That was how we started. That was how we started the month. Yeah, he came with a touch of his this thing to celebrate independence.
We are in the spirit.
Good morning and welcome.
Good morning, hello Jency, nice to be here. And also good morning, Princess Joy. We thank God for His mercies. He will always protect and keep us in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Our viewers here, thank you so much for today. We are going to be having a very wonderful time together.
Yes, we will be having
sure will.
Time. He said, what happened down. I didn't say, I say, calm down, don't worry. If you are not here, you're there. Today he is here with us. If he's not online, he's always in the studio. Don't worry. Okay. So now let's start. What is personal freedom? What does it mean when you talk to somebody? I'm sure somebody out there is saying personal freedom. Just like I used to tell Mr. Jolly. Mr. Jolly said, I've not done freedom. Mr. Jolly, today I'm discussing personal freedom.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
I'm free.
When you do freedom,
when you do freedom, he said,
bring something.
It was an instance of, I think someone that learned something. And then they were pouring engine oil and they said, that's his freedom. You know, we have this thing. So somebody out there will be thinking, are they talking about pouring water on somebody or something? But then, what does personal freedom mean in the context of today's topic?
Okay, well, thank you very much. This topic is very important, and it's what we need to pay attention to, because the truth is that so many people out there are not free. They might think they are free, but they aren't free. So it's good that we're having this conversation, and I believe by the end of this discourse, people will pick one or two things and begin to walk towards that personal freedom. So a definition, it's very simple. Personal freedom is the ability to make choices, act, and also live a life without undue intrusion or oppression. So that's what personal freedom is, that ability for you to be able to make your own choice without somebody interfering with your line of thinking, without somebody coming to say, no, you can't do this, you can't do that. You have that liberty to do what you want to do without any oppression or somebody saying, because I'm your boss, or maybe you're also in a relationship, or maybe in the office space to say, okay, I'm your boss, you can't do some things, you can't do that. And it kind of puts you in a place where you feel boxed. But you know what, when you are free to make your decision, you are free to act on your own. There is nobody influencing your action. You are able to do these things from within, and then you act it out. You live your life the way you want to live it. That is what personal freedom is, just simply put. Now, there are different kinds of freedom. We have the physical freedom, emotional freedom, intellectual freedom, we have the spiritual freedom, and also we have the financial freedom as well. So when we look at all this freedom, it touches every area of life. And financial freedom, what it is, it's just the ability for you to be able to manage your resources by yourself without anybody intruding. You have the ability to make choices for your finances, where you want to put your money, how you want to spend your money. That is financial freedom. Now, intellectual freedom has to do with that ability for you to think freely, ability for you to be innovative without the airs of feeling boxed or being afraid, being anxious of maybe presence of someone. You're just free to think. Now, the spiritual freedom, here we have to be very, very cautious here, because really spirituality has not helped a lot of people. It's meant to free people, but somehow it has put people in a box, put them in bondage, and all is simply because people are not too knowledgeable. They allow their life to be ruled by maybe their leaders or somebody who they look up to as an elder, or maybe as a pastor or a spiritual head. That is not what it is. It's just the ability for you to be free to act on the faith in which you decide to follow. You want to serve God, you are given that freedom to serve God the way He wants you to serve Him, not somebody telling you, this is my own gospel, you do things the way I say it, because you must please me, which today is a problem in the spiritual circle, religious circle, where you have people putting their life in the hands of a prophet, or putting their life in the hands of a pastor. No longer what God says, what my pastors say. In that sense, they are not free, because freedom actually is a free gift from God. Every human being is free to do what he or she wants to do. You know, there's a caveat, and that is why I thank God put the law there to actually make sure that there are boundaries are set for this freedom we have personally, because God knows human. If He says, okay, free to do anything, human being can go to the, of course, we are seeing what is happening, the extreme, where we see in America things happening because it is freedom, I need to do what I want to do. So there are laws guiding the way we want to express our freedom. Because if these boundaries are not there, we tend to do a lot of things that will go off, that will even harm us, that we don't even know. So spirituality helps us to stay in the confines of the law. It doesn't make us go out. But where the concern is that some people now take advantage of the ignorance of those that are following them and begin to manipulate or begin to control them. It is when I say you do this, you do that. I hear things and it's so sad. Social media, you see what people do, all in the sense, oh yes, spiritual leader says this, and you just see people behaving as if they don't have a mind of their own. So in that case, they are in bondage. Spiritual freedom actually is to make everybody free to serve God in the way God says to serve, because there is a book of the law, the Bible. That is what should guide everyone, not what a human being, because who is also vulnerable, who can also make mistake, comes to tell you, this is a revelation I've gotten. Where is it in the Bible?
Show me.
If it's not in the book, sorry, I won't go with it.
Okay, now you've said so much, and I want to pick from where you stopped. I love the fact that you said the spiritual freedom is something that should be, that people have been put in a box rather than them to be free. I don't want to start going too deep. You understand?
Yeah.
But he said, I have come that you might have life. That we are going to have now. He gave us that free will to choose, good or evil.
Yes.
Now, you pick the good, and you still find yourself in the box. When we talk about personal freedom, I'm supposed to be free. Now, why is it that you rather want to be in a box when you're supposed to be free? And now, when we talk about impact of personal growth, personal freedom, when you are free, things around you should come freely, ease, without prejudice, without any discomfort, even when you feel it. Like the example of what John went through today. Say you pass through fire, it will not scorch you, neither with the water, or it will not overflow you. So now, in the process of personal freedom, what are the impacts that we need to feel as a personal goal that, yes, I know with God all things are possible. Now, like I always say, this fellowship is all about, we're not one stereotype, religion. We're talking about God in the aspect of his way, and you releasing to him and working according to what he has given to you. So what are those impacts that you will see and say, yes, this is my personal growth, this is my personal freedom, I experience this in this personal growth. Yes, I know it may be difficult, but notwithstanding, he said he will be with me up through it. So in the part of relationship, single parent, a married man or married woman, how do we experience this personal growth, the impact that comes with that freedom?
Okay. Well, thank you very much. Very nice and very valuable point, because you brought relationship into it now, which family and value within the people out there. Okay, so the impact of personal freedom in a relationship actually boosts that relationship, because it gives each party that ability to be autonomous. Autonomous means I can make decisions. I can experience my self-worth. I know who I am. I have an identity. I am not trying to live to someone's expectation. Of course, I will live according to God's expectation, but not live to the other party's expectation, because sometimes some people's expectations are too high, and it is difficult to meet some expectation. Like you also say, it's also a process. It's not something you just wake up to and then you just expect it to be. What one should focus on is on the process, not on the perfection. Because yes, there is a perfect picture you're painting. You painted, you want to be like, take for instance a role model. You want to be like Jesus, because it's not just one day that you become like Jesus. It's a process. And that is a perfect example I can give. No, but there are other examples and other things that you want to model after, you want to become like. So it's a process you take to get to where you're going to. So you focus on that process, not the perfect. Because if you focus on the perfect, you will be discouraged in good time. How long am I going to continue in this journey? I'm supposed to be like this now. I'm supposed to be like this. And forgetting that, look, it's a process. You will get there. But just focus on those little improvements you're making per day and celebrate those improvements you make. Because celebrating it gives you that encouragement to keep on keeping on. Now, you need to actually look at where you are and then realize some of the limitations you have. Now, in a relationship, there is bound to be conflict. The other party might impact you negatively or positively. Now, there's this thing we call comfort zone, and sometimes that is the box we talked about. But you just want to remain here. You like this cozy, this cozy area. You don't want to do something out of the box. You just want to remain here. You like this, and then
Alright, you know, Reverend Memphis, let me hold it. Let's go on our word of mouth. When we come back, I love where what to learn. My pastor should say, maybe today personal freedom will circle on that. My pastor should say, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Just discussing personal freedom. And within this first few minutes, Reverend has done a lot of justice to this topic already, and I'm loving the idea from where all this is coming from. You know, because a lot of us, we actually need freedom. Freedom of your own prison, your own self that you put yourself. Just like Bobo went on that, my pastor should stay. What if your pastor has forgotten and gone? The pastor has moved on and you're still there waiting. Do you understand me? So it's important, you have today's conversation very. Yes, so people who went on that, yeah, giving more answers to Louis' question.
yes, okay. So if your pastor says you should stay in your place, of course, we know that not everything is okay or it's good for one. Now, if your pastor says you should stay in a place, and place is not a place where it's conducive for you or comfortable for you, but because of respect for the man of God, yes, or authority, like you said, thank you very much, you want to obey that person. Now, over a long run, it won't work anymore. Because it's true that we are all human beings. I know human being wants to be in a place for too long that is not making progress or that is not making advancement. Now, the person will decide to stay. Maybe the pastor is manipulating, or maybe the man of is manipulating him or her.
Now, let me give you an instance. He got to a particular time in the life of the children of Israel, in the book of Deuteronomy, that they were told, you have dwelled here for too long. God is not a stereotype God. He keeps moving. He changeth not. So now, while the pastor or you think you have been here for too long, it's time for you to move. You become a stagnant water. You start stinking, and you lose the value that actually brought you to that freedom that your personal life is supposed to experience. In a situation whereby you have now forgotten, how do they come back? Please wake them up this morning. They need to wake up. Yeah. Some mothers, fathers, uncles, aunties, even children need to wake up. So please, sir, help us with that, because we need to impact our growth.
Yes.
So when you are not going and you're in a spot for too long, yes, a man of God that you respect so much, you believe he has the word, has given you this direction or instruction to stay, and you see yourself think, nothing is moving. Are you to stay there, or you are to move? Are we supposed to be on one spot for too long? That's another thing.
No. Okay. That's a very beautiful question, but unfortunately, a lot of people are in this dilemma as we speak. It's God that will deliver such people. Like I said, manipulation also have come in, and fear has crept in. So the fear of if I disobey, something there's this myth that if you disobey a man of God, something bad will come to you. And the Bible says that my people perish for lack of knowledge. So that is another angle again. These people are not knowledgeable. They are only being treated with the level of light they have. So in a way, they are limited. So it will take God mercy to help them to hear things other than what they've been hearing. Because what you hear, what you are fed with, what you read, what you're exposed to, somehow influences you. So they constantly be hearing this person. This is the only person they hear. And it's sad to say, this thing you're saying is practically happening. People are just too tied to just one person. So if the person makes an error, they too go into the error. If the person do this, which is not right, they just go, they see the person as everything. The person has become a God figure in their life, which is very, very wrong. So it will take God to send someone who has seen the light, maybe who has been in that place before and seen the light, to come and say, look, this was my experience before. See. Look at this, look at my life now. That is the only help that kind of person can get.
Even at that, they'll see it like the one that is not organizing their
just trying to go against
them away from making it. Because I remember there was a time a man of God told people and said, pay money, flight ticket to heaven. And people were paying money. Yes, they were paying money, flight ticket, 300 and something thousand then to heaven. To heaven, ticket to heaven.
Yes, so I remember on social media.
Another one says, sell your properties and follow me to the forest. That
the one selling only water.
So when we get, in fact, now we are going to have a conversation on this, because a lot of people's minds have to be broken. It's important we start talking about these things. We can't shy away from it.
You need to break free.
Break free from all this.
You are a minister yourself. You are ordained to speak.
Okay, but now let's look at it. What are the strategies one can use, to break free from limitations and beliefs? Now we are talking this thing. You see, when you talk about spiritual freedom, that's a whole conversation on its own. Because we are just trying to touch here. But what are those strategies for somebody out there who really wants to break free, who really wants to, what are those limitations? What are those strategies one can use to say, what, I'm done? It's different when you say, okay, let somebody that has been in that path come. Sometimes they'll look at it like, that's your own experience. But we don't have those strategies on their own. They can sit down, they can use to break free from limitations and beliefs. Because there was a time somebody said, I am your oracle, you die. You can trust me when it comes to that. The enemy came out and I started, I said, I don't care wherever you are, as long as you're not God. You can't be an oracle.
There's no second God.
So now, what are the strategies one gets to break free from limitations?
Okay. Well, when we talk about breaking free, it's a whole lot. Because breaking free connotes that one has been in bondage, or maybe one has been incarcerated, maybe one has been and the person suddenly have seen the light. They say when you know the solution to a problem, the problem is half solved. Now it's for you to now act. That is what is left. It's quite different from you don't know anything about it. But that okay, if I'm having malaria, if I take malaria drug, I will be well. So you've known the solution. So taking that step now is what you need to do to get the malaria drug, and then you get better. So breaking free from limitation and belief is also a process. And there are ways you go about it, but it's a combination of some other things. First, you have to be self-aware. That self-awareness have to come in. That first thing, self-awareness. I am created by God. I have a uniqueness. There is something God has put in me that I can be a blessing to wherever He sends me, to wherever I find myself. I cannot depend on people forever. That self-awareness, it has to come to that person, because if that person is not aware of himself or herself, let's just
that is another conversation.
That coming out of it. So it's that self-awareness first, realizing that, look, this thing is not working for me. I need to come out. This limitation, this belief system that have been in me is really killing. And then secondly, there need to be a mindset shift. Meaning, all the things I have learned, I need to be willing to unlearn them so that I can get freedom, I need to unlearn them. I need to shift my mind away from the things I have learned or the things I have come to know that have kept me in this place. And then thirdly, take a step. Action. Intentional. Yes, intentionality. You have to be intentional about that action. So when you combine these three, then yes, we can say the person is making progress to become free, to have a personal freedom where he or she can begin to make decisions by himself or by herself, can begin to understand that yes, I don't need to depend on someone. I can also do this or that. Now, we will also want to mention this, that sometimes people, they kind of use the good they've done, or maybe some of the help they've rendered to put people in that place.
That's another conversation.
Okay.
You see that one,
Caging you because
of help,
favor.
They've done.
So you are under my
mercy.
You're under my mercy.
After I gave you 30 million, this business, I'm the one that started it for you.
So you are now kept under their cover.
Yes.
Okay. So how can embracing uniqueness promote personal freedom?
Okay. Beautiful question. Like I said, self-awareness. You're unique the way God has created you. I believe that person has accepted that yes, I'm created wonderfully and fearfully in the image of God. So that self-awareness and self-acceptance thing, yes. So once that person does that, yes, it also impacts the way the person becomes more unique, because the person begins to believe more of himself, what I can do without any intrusion, without somebody saying that, look, without me, you can't do it. Because we have people that have made themselves God.
Many
gods, thank you. And that person realizing that, yes, I can do stuff without this person. It helps the person to become creative. Because now you know, look, I have a mind of my own. And God has the ability to think, because he created me in his own image. So he is creative, he's a creative God. So I also be creative. And then the person can begin to get that motivation from the inside. Yes, I am no longer under any person's purview. I'm no longer under any person's surveillance, constant surveillance. The person is always asking, I am free now. So that realization makes the person begin to become more creative, innovative. The person begins to do things that he or she have never imagined that she can do. Why? Because the person has realized that, look, freedom is what God has given to every human being. But to the extent which I use the freedom also determines how far I will go, so that I don't go outside the confines of the law. Because the law too doesn't expect your personal freedom to begin to make some certain things that is against the law that governs the land. Of course, we know in good law now, freedom, it differs in nations and countries and continents.
Quickly, as we're rounding up, this thing you just said makes me remember that a lot of people, right, once they've been in a relationship that was so stereotypic, a kind of toxic relationship, the moment they get out of that relationship and realize it, you see them making progress. You see them making it. You see them realize, and then you'll be asking, so this person can actually, this beautiful, so personal freedom now makes you bring out those hidden potentials that you did not even realize
or even know.
You see some people going to take courses, some people going to expand their knowledge, and you look at them and say, was it this thing that was holding you? And it's the same thing that has to do with spiritual. You see a lot of them break free like this. It's like
they just start flying because they have dwelled on that particular spot for so long. And God is not a rigid. I will remember to say he's not rigid at all. He's not a wicked God. No. God is sweet. He has good purpose.
Yes.
So the moment you break free and you find yourself, there is this energy, there is this will, there is this drive, there is this power that comes with it. And you see yourself soaring higher. The moment you stop, you are breaking from that limit, that lifting
You know,
Exactly.
a man of God pastor Desmond told me something. He said, do you know that the same mirror you stand to make affirmation, I'm stronger, is the same mirror you go to cry.
Yes, now.
The same mirror.
Yes.
You stand, you admire yourself, you say all the sweet words. It's the same mirror you stand there
And do you know?
and you start crying. And then he said, do you know that the moment you start crying, what you are seeing is the image of what the mirror is now giving you, the lower side of you. Meanwhile, when you stand on that mirror and you start seeking for the mirror gives you a reflection. So you was like, why don't you practice more of the reflection of what you see?
And do you know also, I remember my husband would always say one thing. He said, many people forget the mirror. This is the same mirror you go to, look at yourself, and you smile. You know, I love the way I'm smiling, I love the way I'm speaking. And, you know, he said, you cannot continue, you need to continue to behold yourself in the mirror. Yes, in the book of Galatians. You know, you go back and look at, don't forget that it was that mirror
that gave you the reflection.
So you need to continue to go back again
to that mirror.
To that mirror. I hope I don't have any spill in my mouth. I hope I'm doing well. Okay, no, you leave it again, you focus. You come back to it again. So it's a direction. It's a guide to whatever it is for your personal freedom, personal development, and how you need to.
Honestly, you know, the fact that I don't have so much time and we just have to touch.
No, I still love
yeah, that's what I'm saying. And the way you just quickly touched and
starting many beautiful things.
It's really mind opening, because I know someone out there is already, you know, you're now thinking, which area do I need to break free? Which area do I need this freedom, you know, to really go for? But all right, before we let you go, of course, you know, 60 seconds advice to our guests, our viewers.
Okay, so what I would say is that personal freedom is very necessary for development and growth. So with everything you can do, seek that personal freedom, and you can look for a mentor, look for a coach, someone who can assist. Surround yourself with the right kind of people, people that are positive, people that will speak something good into you, like people that will see you for who you are, not what you've done or where you've been or what you can become. So you surround yourself with the right set of people. You also surround yourself with that kind of books and learning, open to learning. Don't say I have learned this, that's why I just want to remain here. No, be open to learning, be open to people coming to talk positively. I think with that, you begin to get your freedom gradually. Always look at that good, like the mirror you said, always tell you, okay, you're doing well. This is where you need to do, this is what you need to do. As you begin to speak this positive words and affirmation to yourself daily, before you know it, you see yourself coming out of that place of bondage, or that place where you feel you are restricted. So that is advice.
Right. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
It's so good to have you this morning. I'm sure if he's not here, you'll be chatting on social media. Thank you. For many who are making us on Facebook right now, the streaming will be posted much later, but you can always join us on YouTube as we're live, okay? So it's still very much active. Don't forget, you can always also YouTube, Galaxy Television NG. On that note, I want to say a big thank you to you, and with you, okay, for staying tuned to watch us this morning. Please, I'm sure you are not just watching, you must have picked one or two things. Like I told you, life is a gift. Our joy has a life this morning. We're grateful to God. It says joy is here. And to the glory of God, we have brought to this show. We bless God for life, and He will continue to be our strength. God is not a rigid God. He is not a selfish God. He has many personal growth and freedom and development in your life. And so look out for that. Anywhere you find yourself, you are not comfortable, you don't have a voice, you don't have your own way of thinking or making decisions, and you believe somebody is stereotyping your life, you know, in a way that you cannot, you know, express yourself. Please go and find yourself and break free. Break free. Our God is not a caging God. Break free, because God is life. And on that note, please share this on your status. Share with your family. Share with your love. Anyone you love, even the person you hate, share. Something is being deposited into that life. My name is Remenu Lorateki. I'm David. Hope to see you tomorrow. Bye for now.